Greetings all, this is Hairy Nick back again to talk about X-Wing 2nd Edition because we have the Squad Builder and it's not great. I was planning on making a video on this when it released and sort of go through all the features and everything, and look, there's no two ways about it. It's essentially unfinished. Unfortunately, FFG got this out about a day after the launch of X-Wing 2nd Edition. It has formatting issues. It has issues with squad points, upgrade slots not being added with certain upgrades. For example, you take the Slave 1 title on your Fire Spray, you don't get the Torpedo slot and pretty much every other equivalent title. I'm not going to harp on about it. Essentially, the app is unfinished and it's a bit of a disappointment. And look, as I do with most of my videos, I want to focus on the positivity. And the positivity out of all of this is us as the community is not really left without. The fact of the matter is we already have much better options anyway, even when this does become finished, and I will make a video on it when it is properly finished. We have other options that provide us with a different kind of experience. The great thing about the FFG app is it looks really nice. It's got a nice UI. We see full high-res images of the cards, all that kind of stuff. The kind of things you can achieve when you are the company making the game. You have access to all the art. But we do have two other key squad builders, and these two are being touted right now as the options when it comes to building your squads in 2nd edition. So if you're a new player and you're not aware of these, have a look at them, try them out, see what you think. Essentially, we have one that is web-based and one that is app-based. And the advantage of having it on an app, it means you don't have to be online. Unfortunately for the FFG app, you do need to be online. However, I do quite like the web-based solution as well. First up, we'll talk about Launch Bay Next, a squad builder that is purely app-based. Don't need to be online for this one. And it's pretty neat. This is being touted as the better option for Apple users in particular. I don't know if the Apple version of the app is out at the time of this recording, but for a while there, it was just Android. Let's just build a list, for example. I'll do it here right live so you can see what I'm talking about. We have all the stats of the ships and everything when we go to build them. Let's chuck in Corran Horn, for example. There he is. And everything's nice and laid out. This is one of the advantages with this particular platform. Is you're able to see everything quite clearly. And when I click that little top right-hand square next to the ship, I can go through all the slots. For example, where's my R4 Astromech? That's my favorite one. Changes the difficulty of your speed 1 and 2 maneuvers, always very powerful. Let's get on marksmanship because we have Corran Horn. That looks pretty good. Just a basic thing. We go back. Adds him into the list. Let's go for another guy. Say we want Dash Render. There he is. Boom. And you can see just how it is currently. It's pretty straightforward. I don't really have to think too hard. It's all laid out there in front of me. And I just like how this one has all the information there in front of you. It's all there. Easy to toggle through. And this is a complaint some people have of the official app. You have to sort of open up separate pages just to see all the different upgrades and that kind of stuff. And this makes it a lot easier. We can see at the top of the page, 115-192 points. That means Dash costs 115, but the overall list is 192. So while you're building, you can easily see what you have left over. I don't think I have enough for the Outrider, for example. No, I don't. But because it's an app-based solution, you get all the advantages of being able to take it to the local gaming store. You don't have to be on the net or anything like that. Having said that, I find in general, and I might be wrong, that most people's phones do have a decent internet connection. Look, I might be wrong. Maybe some of you guys don't have that option as well. And if you don't, Launch Bay Next is what I'd recommend. But if you do have a net connection, my preferred app is actually yet another squad builder. And you know what? Just to prove a point, I'll use yet another squad builder on my phone. Now, you do have to be on the net to use this one, as I just said. And again, we have all the options here in front of us. All the factions are on the top of the screen. It's just as simple as scrolling through. Drop-down menus makes it very, very easy to use this kind of stuff. And look, it's not flashy like the official app. Everything is largely text-based. Sorry, I've got to do this and think at the same time. I'm not very good at doing that, to be honest. But everything feels really comfortable to do. I've used this app ever since I started playing X-Wing in 1st edition as well. And everything is just nice and fluid. I don't have to think too hard when using this. Seismic Proxy, because Seismic and Proxy is awesome together. And what was I thinking of doing? I think Lone Wolf needs to be on Amon Azamine there. We could chuck in Cad Bane. Cad Bane's a lot of fun. What have we got? 7 points left. Boom, cluster missiles, 2-point bid, perfect. It really is that simple. And look, I understand that sometimes things don't go to plan. FFG obviously didn't intend for this app not to release with launch, but at the same time, we do have good free options available to us. And it does kind of beg the question, why is it that the community is able to come up with something so consistent and so usable while the official apps just seem so buggy? I guess in FFG's defense, the user community that's building this is just doing it for the love of it. They're not confined to a working day or a schedule, that kind of stuff. I know it's frustrating, guys, but just remember, we do have these options and they are solid. I mean, this is fantastic. One more thing I want to bring up about both of these builders is something very, very important, and I'll just show you as I scroll down to the bottom here. We have these buttons, and this is on the web-based version of yet another squad builder as well, for import and export XWS. And about a month or two ago, FFG announced that their official squad builder would not support the XWS format. What this is essentially a text line of code that can be copied and pasted between squad builders, and is also used to filter and store all the information from the List Juggler website. And as a result, the Scum and Villainy podcast, who host the List Juggler website, decided, okay, well, we can't really continue doing this, and that was a big concern. Also, at that time, we didn't think yet another squad builder was going to continue to exist. Launch Bay next. Everything's kind of up in the air now because we don't know which of these will continue. Will yet another squad builder still be around when FFG actually do fix up their own app? Will there be enough demand for it? And I think the fact that we don't have that universal code of the XWS being shared between these things, the List Juggler website in particular is something that I've championed here on the channel. And look, if it does continue, I strongly recommend you guys support it because it is a fantastic resource for the community. And look, given everything that's going on here with the app, I just want to make everyone aware of what's going on. Look, in the meantime, and possibly even after the app is fixed, consider all the options available to you. You don't just have to use the official app. There are other options, and it is also worth pointing out that those other options may just offer something to us as a community or to you as a player that the official app might not. In the meantime, guys, thank you so much for watching. When the official app is fixed, I will make a video on that. In the meantime, like and subscribe. Like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Reddit, and I'll catch you guys later on.